Well, hello there, it's Greggy Soriano, and welcome to another episode of Greggy's Digest. If you're into satisfying cake decorating videos just like this, please click on the subscribe button and ring-a-ding-ding that little bell to get notifications every time I post a new video. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to make a super cute and summery swimming pool floaty cake, all made out of donuts. You're going to learn all these tips and tricks right here today on Greggy's Digest. First, you're going to need some of your favorite mini donuts, and be sure to save one for yourself because you totally deserve it. Yum, 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 yum. And then you're going to need a silicone mat, and you could also have some cornstarch on the side just so that your fondant doesn't stick, and then some brushes, a rolling pin, and some sculpting tools. And first we're starting off with some pink fondant. I'm kneading it until it becomes nice and malleable, and that is the secret to making beautiful fondant or gum paste pieces, is to knead it until it's nice and malleable and soft so that you can manipulate it. So right here I'm starting off with the flamingo's head because we are making a flamingo floaty, and I cut off the top and the bottom, and just be sure to make it stand up because in the end you're going to stand it on top of the inner tube that we're going to create later. And right here are some wings that I'm going to add to the sides of the inner tube, or whatever you call it, the floaty. Right now I'm picking out the perfect sculpting tool to add some texture to my wings. What should we name our flamingo? Frankie? Oh, I know, Felipe. We're totally naming him Felipe. Right here I made a little tail and adding some texture to that as well. Right here we're rolling out some more fondant, and we are going to cover our inner tube. And I love these silicone rolling pins. They're great for gum paste and mini fondant pieces just like this. And we're going to make it a little tacky with some water, and working with fondant, water is the best glue to glue onto anything. And actually this chocolate is pretty tacky, but I do like to add some water to make it just a bit more secure. I'm covering this donut just like I would with an actual cake, and I'm going in with a mini ball tool on the lower edges because I do want to get inside the bottom crease and make sure it's locked in. I'm also pushing with a sculpting tool to perforate it and make it release. And I'm pushing in the little inside there just because the floaties look like they have a little indent in them so that you can sit right on it or lay on the flamingo. Right now with some white fondant I'm creating a V shape and creating a little bit of a teardrop shape, and this technique I use a lot for many things when I do sculpting. And I'm cutting off the beak just to make sure it fits right on top of our neck piece of Felipe. It's always good to stand them up every once in a while because it is going to dry and stand right on top of the donut. Right here I'm cutting the tip of the beak off in a bias, and I'm adding another teardrop of black on the tip in replacement of the white that I cut off. Now I'm adding Felipe's little itty bitty eyeballs, and I'm using some water to glue them right on, and a little pin. I love these straight pins because if you grab it with your hand or your fingers, my fingers, I feel like I'm King Kong with my hands because I smash them right away if I do pick it up with my fingers, or if I pick it up with tweezers it'll just get smashed. So my fun little trick is to use a straight pin to pick it right up. And there we have it, there's Felipe's head. Hi Felipe! Now I'm gluing on all the pieces that we made with some agua. And a little bit goes a long way. You don't want to drench it. You get a better bond if you use just a little bit of water. And there you have it. Now it's time to swim to stage left, Philly babes. Now we're starting to make a unicorn. And I'm using white, and with this one I'm actually using a toothpick and wetting it and inserting it just because I want a little bit more stability, because this unicorn's neck is quite long and I want it to stay on just in case. I just grabbed a spectrum of different colored fondant and making little ropies, and I'm creating its hair. First you need to start off with the orange strand and wetting it just a little bit, and I'm laying the pink strand right on top, just like that. Then I'm grabbing the yellow and putting it right under, and I'm repeating the process until I get to the blue. Now I'm cutting it off into one strand so that I could adhere it to the unicorn's mane. Is that what it is? Do unicorns have manes? Well, it's the fur that's right in back of the unicorn's head. A mane, right? Now we're making a cute little bushy tail for him or her. Why am I speaking like this? But yeah, what should we call him or her? Comment down below and tell me what we should name the unicorn. Also, last but not least, you can't have a unicorn without its horn, so I added a horn to the unicorn. That rhymed. Anyhoodle, right now I'm making a toucan, and I do not want to call it Sam because I'm not sponsored by them. And, what should I name the toucan? Should it be Timothy? Tobias? Toby? Comment down below and let me know what we should name the toucan. Alright you guys, I'm gonna hush my little mouth. Why am I speaking with an accent? I really do need to hush my little mouth. But yeah, I'm gonna let you observe and let me do my little cake thing and enjoy. See you in a little bit. Right here I have a 9-inch cake, 5 inches in height, and it's covered in buttercream, and I grabbed some corn syrup and some blue. I grabbed some sky blue, I believe it was, and I like using it as water because it gets super shiny. It really does look like water, or you could use piping gel, but I feel like it's not as shiny as this, and it really does look like water, and it does dry up and it stays in place, but you do need to make a dam in order for it to not drip off the sides, and it does pretty much stay in place if you do make a dam, and it really will swim away if you don't push the little floaties right onto the buttercream on the bottom. So you do want to push it nice and good. And right here I'm making some palm leaves, and I'm creating some movement and flow and texture, and I'm doing them in different piping tips as well. So this one is a number 1 tip, and I'm also doing it in a number 2 or 3 tip as well with other leaves, just so that it gives some definition and texture between the different palms. Palms? Palm leaves. And there we have it, our swimming pool floaty cake. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to say hi to me on social media and support this channel by purchasing a Caker's Crate by going to GreggySoriano.com. Talk to you later. Bye! Click right on my face to subscribe, click on the video to view my last episode on the right, and get your subscription to Caker's Crate at GreggySoriano.com.